And about 24 hours after the initial allegations, Kris Tyson, or Ava Kris Tyson as they go by now, has confirmed the allegations made against them, but also has said that they will be leaving MrBeast entirely. And this is absolutely huge for the world of YouTube. It is huge for the world of, well, social media. And there's a lot of reasons why it is huge for those reasons. So to get into it, to get started, Ava Kris Tyson posted just over an hour ago stating, "I would like to apologise for any of my past behaviour or comments if it has hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing some recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and my mental health." Now, obviously, this is like I say, huge, because a little over 24 hours ago, nobody really knew about this. Then Drama Alert got their hands on the whole situation, and they basically completely blew it up into popularity, made people aware of it, and the entire situation has now come, well, full circle to the point where Ava Kris Tyson has officially announced that they are now leaving MrBeast, the biggest YouTube channel, arguably one of the biggest media companies now on the planet, all over some allegations that were made that they have since confirmed. Hello Charlotte, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Obviously, the comments section on this post are absolutely insanity. Jake Franklin obviously is leading the charge at the minute against this whole situation. Obviously, Jake the Viking, Jake the Viking, is an ex-MrBeast employee. He just put pathetic. Then scrolling down, Keemstar has also responded to this, saying, "You didn't apologise to me a month ago in private when I brought up your behaviour and supporting the cartoon CP artist that drew my 8-year-old daughter in a sexual way. What changed?" Now, this is another thing that a lot of people have spoken about, is the fact that Ava Kris Tyson has publicly supported this artist that actually drew an 8-year-old child in a very sexual manner, which utterly horrific, and they were in full support of this. Again, the comments are what you'd probably expect to see. Yeah, and then obviously, like I said in my video, everyone should be apologising to Sunny V2 for this video. Why Kris will soon be a nightmare for MrBeast. Obviously, Sunny V2 got absolutely ridiculed for this video, and people wanted him cancelled. But instead, you know, people are looking back on this now and thinking, damn, maybe he had a point. Maybe he saw something coming that we didn't already know. But actually, I did look at this video, and it has since had its title changed from Sunny V2, but I wonder if the video has now been changed back to its original name, because that would be really interesting to take a little look at, because obviously we've gone full circle on this whole thing. Let's have a little look around here somewhere. Hello to everyone in the chat. That's totally unhinged, isn't it? It's really messed up, the whole situation. Here it is. How will this Kris Tyson situation impact MrBeast? Well, it hasn't changed yet. But if we take a little look in the comment section of this video from Sunny V2, we can obviously see, I'm sure if we go to the newest first, 18 seconds ago, vindication. Well, dear Sunny V2, Kris K. Diddy Tyson, based, certified they called me the madman and I told you this is so true. Certified they called me the madman, I told you moment. Crazy. Sunny needs a personal apologies from those who condemned him for saying the truth. Screw this, you know, this is at least he admitted it. First step to getting help is, it's still foul though. I think that this is definitely a situation of you know, legal teams were clearly involved here in some way, and they were probably thinking, you know, jump before you get pushed, admit to it, and then say that you're gonna just disappear. So, you know, let's kind of look at the whole situation as it's unfolding right now. So what's the response to this so far? XQC, who is a popular streamer, has called out creators for being silent about the Kris Tyson allegations. Now, this did come out before the confirmation, but XQC obviously did state, "I follow mostly only influential creators here, and yet most have been silent about the Kris Tyson situation. Pretty deviant behaviour across the board, weirdo. I can't wait to read some of the cope justifications on why this wasn't addressed. By the way, the next time I'm atting the whole squad, stop hiding behind the noise. And this actually kind of spearheaded a lot of creators to start coming forwards and start talking about the situation a little bit further. Pokimane was one of the first to talk out and said, I don't know all the details regarding the Ava situation, but I want to make it clear any inappropriate behaviour towards minors is unacceptable, regardless of who you are. It's a shame that people will see that it's an opportunity to attack on a trans community as a whole. One person's actions does not reflect on every single trans person, so please don't view it that way. So that was she was the first person to speak out, and then Valkyrie, who is another very popular streamer, has also spoken out about the situation, quoting actually the statement from Kris Tyson, stating, I was hoping for more detailed response, but glad Ava is overall stepping away from MrBeast's team. Disappointing and disgusting. And then, again, there is another Valkyrie post that came from after Pokimane's, which says, I'm still in the process of moving, so I haven't been able to keep up in the meantime since I've been tagged a bunch. Pedophiles equals bad. Trans is not equal to a pedophile. The actions of one trans person does not mean all. Sucks to see so many anti-trans people act as if it does. I'm hoping Ava speaks up. This is, of course, before. Dr. Disrespect is still gross. Lastly, that incels only tagged Pokey and I to speak up, even though everybody did after D himself. You're weird. Focus on your hate towards the pedos for once. Very interesting, obviously, that's take on the whole situation. And then let's have a look here. So this is, well, this is pretty damning. So there is a former MrBeast employee who has basically come out and stated that Ava, or Kris Tyson, is it's just the tip of the iceberg, apparently, with this whole situation. So let's have a little look at this whole thing, and we'll take it from there.
Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles.
Hold on, let me turn off the music. I'm outside MrBeast studio right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I've just been driving by looking to see, you know, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at MrBeast from February to May of this year, 2024. Kris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says MrBeast knew, yeah, MrBeast knew. I heard many times that Ava Kris Tyson is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know, I promise you on everything MrBeast has done. Amazon, if you can get your money back, get your money back.
Wow. I really hope that this is not the case. So, Josiah said, XQZ needs to chill. Our people are not allowed to think before they make a public response. That's a fair point, actually, you know. That whole thing about, you know, just chilling, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's a really fair point to make. Obviously, people should be... This whole thing has completely, like, you know, come from left field. Literally 24 hours ago, these allegations came out. 24 hours later, they're confirmed. 25 hours ago, nobody knew about this. And then all of a sudden, it has just gone crazy. The whole thing is absolutely crazy. Truly, I just can't wrap my head around it. But, you know, where do we sit with this? You know, where's everyone sat with this whole situation? I'm just trying to catch up on Drama Alert to see if there's anything else that they've posted regarding the situation. At the minute, we might just be up to date. So this is the pin post, sorry. Keemstar calls out Kris Tyson for not apologising to him privately after she supported a cartoon CP. What's the chat saying? Just Gooby has defended Kris Tyson in his community. Not surprised. Oh, interesting. I'm so disappointed. So am I, Anon. I completely agree. You know, like, it's really disappointing because obviously when you look at the whole situation regarding MrBeast, obviously the biggest YouTuber, helps a lot of people. This is going to be a black mark against that channel because obviously Kris Tyson wouldn't be in the position they're in if it wasn't for MrBeast and his popularity. So the whole thing is just messed up. Just Gooby. Let's have a little look at Just Gooby. Is that over on Twitter or something? Let me have a look. Just Gooby. Where am I finding? You should look into Just Gooby next. He's discussing a lot of creeps are getting exposed in 2024. That being said, this ruins the MrBeast brand. It does tarnish the MrBeast brand a lot. It really does. It's really not a good look for the MrBeast brand. You know, the whole situation, the fact that this was able to happen. I mean, this happened prior to a lot of things. This happened when Kris Tyson was like 20. I'm not sure how old Kris Tyson is now. Age. Let's have a look. So Kris Tyson is 28. So this happened 8 years ago. So MrBeast was still a thing 8 years ago. Born in 1996. So, you know, MrBeast was still a thing 8 years ago, but definitely not to the scale that it is now. Who's Just Gooby? Let's have a little look. Just Gooby. Oh, okay, we're on YouTube, are we? No. Hey Ben, a big hello from Canada, from my family to yours. Oh, Vicky, hello, how are you? Hope you're doing okay. Oh, Just Gooby, Roblox's biggest... Right, well, okay. So basically, I've just found a lot of weird things about Just Gooby to the point where I feel like I need to clean my history after like searching it. I never understood the MrBeast hype. Do you know what? I never did either. And then I started watching his videos and I'm like, this guy is a different, like, he's a different breed. He's like different kettle of fish. But at the same time, you know, his videos are absolutely fantastic. And I think it's because of the brand that he's built as opposed to the videos he creates now. Like, no matter what he posts, he will get at least 100 million views. You know, it's just guaranteed. And obviously with that kind of level of notoriety comes huge popularity. And, you know, he's like, well, turns out he's not the only one that's like good at appealing to children. Oh God, I can't believe I made that joke. There's tons of them getting exposed this year. I know, the Dr. Disrespect thing at the start of this year, horrific. And I thought, you know, that's really bad. That's huge. But I think the Dr. Disrespect is probably looking at this and being like, wow, that gets me off the hook for a little bit. You know, it gets my name out of people's mouths. So let's have a little look through Twitter, see what they're saying. Halfway through the year, I know, well, halfway through the year, and we've had Dr. Disrespect and Kris Tyson. Who else is coming forward? Kris Tyson from MrBeast is far worse than Dr. Disrespect, but the so-called influencer hasn't said a word about it. Cody Ko now as well. Yes, Cody Ko got exposed as well. I don't understand this. I don't understand. Why is it that we live in a world where, you know, we've got... these people are put on pedestals. They are literally... they have everything their hearts could possibly desire. If they want it, they've got it. Fame, notoriety, money, influence, power... you know, it's then all of these things come out about children. It's so weird. I don't get it. Manda, hello. Let me get you caught up to speed in case you've missed anything. So basically, this is Kris Tyson, obviously from MrBeast. MrBeast's best friend as well at that, actually. And they have publicly stated an apology, saying, I would like to apologise for any of my past behaviour or comments. If I have hurt or offended anyone, it was not my intent. Seeing the recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. Which basically states, you know, read between the lines, they are confirming the allegations made against them without actually saying, yes, I spoke to children. Crazy scenes. They were yucky before they were famous, but the fake gives them more access. The fame gives them more access, absolutely. And this is the problem, because you know, people don't want to think of their kids being. Do you know what? It's really horrific. Apple, he was exposed last year, but yeah, he was still in the news. Yeah, it's crazy. Manda, don't you worry. The whole situation is just rocking my little world right now. It's really... how can we allow this to keep happening? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how this... I don't understand this whole situation. I just can't. And MrBeast is still yet to speak about it. Whether MrBeast will say anything, I don't know. I mean, he's got to, surely, right? I mean, the last post was on the 18th of June. That was, what, 5-6 days ago? YouTube predators who defended Kris Tyson. Yes, that's right. So, Dustin Nunn did let us know about Just Gooby, who apparently was another YouTuber who's been exposed, who came to defend Kris Tyson. Let's have a look on Jake the Viking, because Jake the Viking is obviously very much in the loop with this, because obviously ex-employee of MrBeast was in a lot of videos a couple of years ago. No accountability, none. Yeah, that's pretty damning. That's pretty damning. Hurt or offended anyone? Oh, brother. This is why all of your favourite influencers are fake and have no backbone. Doc gets accused of talking inappropriately to a minor and has no evidence. Everyone attacks him and he runs his name through the mud. He loses sponsors, partners, everything drops. Everything before a drop of proof is presented. Sorry. Kris has actual proof, screenshots, recordings of both audio and video confessions of him being a victim, and everyone who jumped to Doc is effing silent. Where's the energy? Where's the raw? Everyone who hasn't said a word should be ashamed. You are soft and pathetic. Grow a pair. Wow. It's good that Jake is vocal. See, I think Jake really knew something, right? So I won't lie. I saw Jake tweet a few things about 3 or 4 months ago when Kris Tyson, there was something going on with Kris Tyson about about them not being there for their kid or something. MrBeast spoke out about it, and Jake the Viking said some stuff, and I was like, wow, like, Jake's being a bit of a dick here. You know, like, I think he's being a bit harsh. But actually, looking back on it, he probably just knew what the score was. He knew what the gig was. He knew what was going on. And he's been very vocal about the entire situation. Only I found about the Red Hot Chili Peppers this year, mostly the lead singer. I know the whole... Drake as well. It's crazy that we've had this many people come out as, you know... the fame and the power. These people have got the platform and opportunity to do it, which is scary. Wait, what did the RHCP singer do? Oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers singer. So I listen to them all the time and I haven't heard of this. I'm pretty sure there was some allegations of some, you know, naughty things going on, especially around the lead singer. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was something that was brought out a little while ago. So yeah, Jake's Twitter page. The silence is deafening. It definitely was. But wait, there's more. This was posted 17 hours ago, so, you know, we're getting kind of caught up. Jake probably knew and was waiting for this day, yeah. I can guarantee there was probably some level of NDA possibly in place, or maybe because of the size of MrBeast, and obviously Kris going through gender reassignment, maybe if Jake was to say something straight off the bat, it would look like he's hating on a transgender person, which obviously is not a good look. And then we live in a world now where obviously, you know, rightfully so, transgender people are fighting for their equal rights, and, you know, to kind of not be made a laughing stock of. So, you know, there probably would have been a lot more support for Kris Tyson then. But now that it's all come out, Jake's probably like rubbing his hands together like, oh, I was waiting for this day to come. Young girls and allegations. I know, this is just crazy. Obviously, I made a video, posted it about an hour before it got confirmed, saying that the whole thing was unconfirmed and it was just allegations. Now, that's completely out of date. Okay. XQC said something about this, and I agree with him. I rarely agree. So do I. But actually, do you know what? I think the level of, like, the level of outroar that there was for Dr. Disrespect and how people condemned those actions, it was huge, unfathomable, right? And then, obviously, there's this whole thing with Kris Tyson. But the problem with the whole Kris Tyson situation is that there's ties with MrBeast. Now, these YouTubers don't want to speak out about Kris Tyson because they know that Kris Tyson is MrBeast's best friend, and they don't want to burn the relationship that they've got with MrBeast, the biggest YouTuber on the planet, because he can bring them lots of opportunities, personal growth, internet growth, things like this. And you don't want to upset the biggest YouTuber on the planet and not have them include you in videos. Let's take a little look at the entire situation. Let's have a look at MrBeast's YouTube channel, by the way. So MrBeast, right here. So this video, 50 YouTubers fight for $1 million. Okay, we've got Speed, we've got KSI on the front, we've got Kai Cenat, Logan Paul, Mark Rober, Pokimane, and I see a few other faces in the background, but I can't make it out, right? And of those people, nobody's spoken out about it at all. KSI, for example, let's take KSI. You know, I absolutely love KSI. I think he's fantastic. But has he said anything about the situation? No. No post since July 21st. But when the allegations came out against the Doc, or Dr. Disrespect, where is it? There's some allegations made about Dr. Disrespect. Where is it? There was some things here, and he spoke about. Here we go. This makes me so mad, man. One of my biggest inspirations, talking to a minor inappropriately. You have a wife and kids, do better. Yet KSI has also not said anything on the allegations. He was quick to talk about the Doc, not quick to talk about this. Bear in mind, he's just been involved in a MrBeast video. Do you know what I mean? This is insane. This is all crazy. These huge YouTubers who actually, like, with all the influence that they've got, should be trailblazing accountability, should be holding accountability. They have got the following to make a difference, yet they say nothing. Makes me really annoyed, because I can sit here kicking and screaming as much as I want about the situation, right? And how I'm, like, so disappointed in it. I'm not going to make a difference, ultimately. I'm on a YouTube channel with, like, 14,000 subscribers. I'm not scoffing at that, though. That is insane. But I'm not going to make a huge difference. But someone like KSI, with the following that he's got, can make a huge difference. Can really, you know, hold the microphone to this person and be like, you've done wrong. She's getting unnecessary. Hey, who's this? I feel more bad for his wife more. I agree, because his wife's being dragged through the mud about this whole situation, because apparently she's, quote, enabled it. She's done nothing wrong. It's always interesting to see what is said by who when the tea is spilled. I agree. Moist Critical. Has Moist Critical spoken about the situation? If not, I'm going to be really surprised. Hugely surprised. No, nothing so far. Wow. Like, bear in mind, this YouTuber is the biggest commentary YouTuber probably in the space. Millions of views every single video, right? And when the Doc had his allegations made, once again, Dr. Disrespect, where are we looking? It's further down, isn't it? This guy posts like 2 or 3 videos a day. It's crazy. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Where is it? I know he made a video on the situation. Did he not? Did he not make a video on it? Oh, he spoke about it yesterday. Okay, I'll let him off. He'll survive my hit list. Ben, you've already most likely done so much more than other names you've just mentioned. Well, I appreciate that, so thank you. But you know, it just finds me, it just winds me up that these people like don't, because they've got the platform to make a difference and they are the voice of the many. You know, with the following that they've got, they should. But people will. The difference is between Dr. Disrespect and Kris Tyson is, you know, you've got an LGBTQ element, which, you know, shouldn't be something that Kris Tyson would use to hide behind, but there is that. Where's Dustin? What's Dustin said? No matter what, if you spread awareness about Kris Tyson, whether your audience is big or small, you're doing a good deed warning people by letting them know about Kris. Many of MrBeast fans are young and they know that Kris from the MrBeast channel. They are obviously to it and probably don't know children need to be protected. I completely agree. Like, you know, people do. This is the thing as well. Is like, you know, kids watch MrBeast's YouTube channel. I can guarantee on their analytics and stuff, it would mostly be towards like the younger generation. Nadia, they're both important topics, and we're only talking about it because the allegations have been resurfaced. Nadia, what's Nadia said? The Melanie Martinez story has died years ago. Then the victim has been discredited. So let's move on to important topics like this one. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the Melanie Martinez one is. I made a video about that. When was that? Yesterday? The day before yesterday? Was it yesterday? I can't remember. I think it was yesterday. No, it was the day before yesterday. Went out on Sunday, and you know, Melanie Martinez. That I found that one interesting because obviously the allegations came out in 2017. She was apparently discredited, but by discredited, what that meant was that people just said that she wasn't truthful, I believe. But you know, like I did do some research on the situation. The alleged, you know, her getting debunked, I suppose, was not anything to do with like her as a person and her allegations. It was just like basically Melanie Martinez had a stronger fan base at the time and they were like die hard for her. But you know, don't shoot the messenger. Right, what were we saying? Right, where are we? Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Let's have a look at what's going on over on Twitter, because I'm sure there must be some more that's being said about the whole situation. Let's have a look. Ava Kris Tyson on Twitter. It is trending at the minute, obviously. What we got? Oh, there's been more messages that have apparently resurfaced. Right, an anonymous user. So what is that? Well, let's have a look at these. I would like to stay anonymous, but Kris Tyson was texting me back in 2020 when I was 14. I'm 18 now. I commented on one of his tweets and saw it and messaged me. When I was young, I couldn't see how it was grooming and manipulating me, but looking back at it, I can see. Okay, let's have a little look. Right, well, it's definitely Ava Kris Tyson's account. I love you. I meant I love playing Minecraft with you. Yeah, me too. Laughing emojis. Okay, interesting. Oh, interesting. This is weird. Okay, so the age has been spilled there. Wow. This is weird. Wow, it's definitely the account. What on earth? This is grim. This is diabolical. Wow, man, this is just insane. My nephew watches MrBeast. I get worried when he does with Chris and Shadman. This news isn't new. I remember it from last year. Adrox is one who really got the ball rolling on exposing Chris. Well, actually, it was it Adrox, or was it? Because I thought it was all through Drama Alert that it all happened. This reminds me of Just Gooby, exactly what he did. Yes, this, so actually Dustin said about Digital App about Just Gooby, and apparently Just Gooby has come to the defense of Kris Tyson in this absolute situation. Except Gooby used the LGBT as an excuse for his actions. What on earth, man? This is... What world are we living in right now? Tell me we're not living in reality. This is crazy. What else have we got going on? We've mutually decided it's best to leave. This is where we're at. Satan runs the industry. Pokimane is proof. Sneaker calls out Pokimane for the hypocrisy and her response between Dr. Disrespect and the Kris Tyson situation. I mean, it was damning. It is damning, isn't it? Adrox made the video. This video will make you not hate Kris Tyson. I saw that pop up on my feed, actually. It's really sick how many adults take advantage of minors. I really hope all of this comes to light and hold PDFs accountable. I agree. You know, protect the kids, man. Protect the kids. And the problem is these people are so notorious, and not even notorious, so famous, you know, that like if they slid into a kid's DM, they'd get buzzed. If a celebrity bumped into my DMs when I was a kid, I'd get buzzed. I'd get so gassed about the whole situation. I'd do anything. And that's where we're at, you know. Like, how's a child supposed to know the danger of the world? Obviously we can educate them all we want, but at the same time, people should just stop being the danger. Unfortunately, a majority of the time, they don't get held accountable. Certainly didn't in my experiences. Well, Jade, I'm sorry to hear that you've had experiences. And again, this is the issue. Like, Dr. Disrespect got outed, you know, by himself, you know, as well as other... Well, actually, it was an ex-Twitch employee that outed him, and then he basically came forward and said, yeah, I did it. And then he's going to expect to just return like nothing happened. And the problem is he'll still have an audience and a fan base, because some people just wouldn't have realised that this happened. Many people probably just don't care. Most of them are probably kids, so what's drama to them? They don't care what drama is. You know, and he's just going to come back in a few weeks, I'm sure, and just start streaming again like nothing happened. And it's just, eventually it will blow over, because that's how the internet works. Crazy. Let's see what else is going on. I do think that it's not often I agree with like one of the Tate brothers, Andrew and Tristan Tate, but Tristan Tate's posted this saying, "This isn't beyond fixing at MrBeast. Denounce your friend's actions and axe him from the channel. Public statement. This isn't necessarily your fault, and you shouldn't suffer for the perversions of sins of other people." It's not often I actually agree with one of the Tate brothers, but in this instance, it's not necessarily MrBeast's fault, and the channel and himself and his brand and his business shouldn't suffer. But at the same time, you know, he's got to say something, right? Like, MrBeast can't just stay silent on the situation, surely. I agree, Jade. It's really sad. I hope that you are okay and you look back from your trauma. Oh, bless you, Jade. I'm so sorry. There needs to be a system put in place that can make it easier for victims to come forward. This is the thing as well, is, right, look at the whole Jibby Savile case. Victims didn't come forward until he was dead because of the level of power and influence that he had. Now, in the world that we live in, you're obviously innocent until proven guilty. But if you're famous, to the level of, you know, Kris Tyson, Dr. Disrespect, it's the other way around. You're guilty until proven innocent. Now, if someone comes out and makes an allegation, and in this case, obviously, Kris Tyson didn't respond straight away. If someone pointed the finger at me and said those things about me, I would be straight on my social media platforms being like, this is a load of bollocks. This is why. And trying to prove any evidence that I could to prove that this was fake. And disprove the allegations. But obviously, the silence was deafening. And people hold you accountable. Tate needs to worry about his own allegations. Yeah, I agree. The only thing that they tend to group together and nothing is said because nobody's raised the issue. Yeah, this is true. Unless I see tons of evidence and proof, I've seen a lot of evidence on Kris. Yeah, this is it. Like, I've heard rumours in the past about this whole thing. This is interesting. So someone's resurfaced the tweet from when Sunny V2 put up that video about Kris Tyson being MrBeast's worst nightmare. So MrBeast said, yeah, this is getting absurd. Kris isn't my nightmare. He's my fucking friend. And things are fine. All transphobia is starting to pee me off. This is aged like milk in the sun. Not very fucking well. It's not looking great, is it? It's not looking great whatsoever. Wow. Just wow. Also, if you're a popular channel exposed that creep victims may feel safe to come forward, and a lot of people are talking about the majority are against that creep. I think with the more people that get kind of like the repercussions of these allegations, the easier it will be for people to come forward. But the issue there is the level of false allegations that could come out about someone. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is where the barriers and lines need to be drawn. Where are we? Just see if anything else has been said about the situation. Not really at the minute. I think we're all caught up to date with everything. Like, you know, no one's really said anything new regarding the allegations. Let's have a little look. Just people talking about what's gone on. Stepped away from all things MrBeast. I don't know. Myself and the 3 other girls I know haven't come forward from the same person. It's the guilt and shame and fear of what makes it hard. Well, I'm really sorry that you're going through that, and that's something that's happening. And, you know, I can only imagine, you know, I mean, you shouldn't have any guilt for the situation, first of all. Like, you are the victim within the situation, whatever your circumstances are. So, you know, I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but, you know, you can't blame yourself, and I know that's easy for me to sit here and say that to you, but I feel like we as a community should like come together and, you know, support these people like yourself if you're going through something like that, and, you know, make it so that you're comfortable to talk about your experiences at least, you know, or just say that something's happened. Do you know what I mean? Like, because the problem is unfortunately staying silent means that the perpetrator wins. Do you know what I mean? And it's a really hard. I can only imagine what it's like to sit in your position, because and how difficult it must be. Is there anything new going on? I don't think so. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be anything going on. Might have to just like might end the stream there, because obviously at the minute we're just running on old news now, just things that have already been said, already come forward, and all the rest of it. So I might clock off. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a really interesting conversation. Again, I'm sorry to all the people who have you know, fallen victim to these kind of things themselves, and I do hope that, you know, you can get the closure on the situation that you deserve as the victims, you know. And I hope that everything that happens moving forward is positive for you, and it doesn't, I don't know what I'm trying to say, you know. I hope that, I can't even say I hope you heal from the situation, because I don't, how do you heal from something like that, you know? But I hope that you can get the support needed, you know? But crazy turn of events, yet again another huge influencer has been exposed as a PDF file. How many more are going to come forward before the end of the year? You know, how many more are going to get exposed? It's crazy. But let me know what you guys think on the entire situation down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of the like button if you have found this video informative. Subscribe if you are new. Tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload to the channel. And until next time, everyone in the chat, thank you so much for chatting with me and talking about everything. And I will spook to you later.